Welcome to E360 TV, the live streaming and on-demand destination for influential voices and enlightened audiences. We offer trending, grassroots, and purpose-driven content across a diverse range of interests. E360 TV is more than just watching programs. We offer the ability to interact with live shows connecting audiences to real, authentic influencers and storytellers while streaming to millions of devices. Real experiences. Raw conversation. One destination for it all. E360 TV.
Because now I know when something happens in our lives that is unexpected, you have to go into it in order to ever have any hope of coming through it. So when you go, guess what? When you come out the other side, you grow.
Brought out more in me than I thought that I didn't even know that I had.
That has given all of us a great hope for what we can do with our own messages, our abilities to deliver, but most importantly, to deliver it in an authentic and very, very intriguing way.
Have you ever been in something or felt something where the only way you felt you could deal with it was to leave, get away? I thought that was the meaning of control. It took me 4.5 years to stop looking around the room of my life, of my journey, of my purpose, digging in cushions for a remote that never existed. Looking, re-looking, going back and upgrading, bringing in and pulling out things that do not serve you must go. Those things out in this world that are designed to bring us down, to keep us down, put their foot on our neck and whisper to us that we're never good enough, they don't whisper. They yell at us from all directions, top to bottom, bottom to top, side to side, side to side, corner to corner, and corner to corner, 365 days. When somebody asks you about yourself, don't you dare whisper. When they ask you to raise your hand, don't you dare half raise it. When they ask you something good about you, you scream it with all you have. Come on now, get up, get up. Tell me who you are. Show me who you are. Greatest truth of all, that not everyone has to remain lost.
Before you get it, baby, show me your soul. And honey, I'll show you mine. I'll show you mine. Boy, I'm standing right here holding up a sign, shamelessly displaying my state of mind. but you walk right past me, pretending like you don't see what's yours for the taking tonight.
Wake that ass up. Wake it up. Ain't no sleeping in here. I'm telling you that now. So you might as well just wake up, right? Listen, it is a great day. It is a blessed day. I am excited. Yes, I am. Ringing the bell of purpose on you. That's what I'm doing. Ooh-wee, I got one for y'all today. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. Welcome. Bless you and welcome to today's installment of Bathrobe Moments. I'm your host, Lauren Michaels Harris, and I tell you, we got a good one for you today. Matter of fact, before I even tell you about it, do the right thing. Share the broadcast out right now with at least one other person, just right now. Number one, you're locking in, you're securing your blessing. Because what we do for others is what's going to come back and do us. Can I get an amen? Share it out right now with one other person. It's free. It's painless. Good morning, all you beautiful people. I see you. And put that amen in the comments if you agree that it's great to be alive, right? So listen, we got a great show for you today. I just wanted to say I got a couple of announcements. You know I always do. But I'm a hurry because I want to get this guest in here ASAP. So excited. You know, we're headed to Romania. You know it because I've been talking about it for months. It's coming up. Today is exactly 1 month, 30 days from today, May 4th. We leave from all over the globe, not just the U.S. People are coming from several countries. We're headed for this, what you see on the screen, the Legacy of Hope. Now, this is the movie poster, and I'm so excited to say, if you look, well, if your eyes are as bad as mine, you can't see it, but down there on the bottom, Kyle Sailors and Kenny Sailors, the brothers, they are the producers of this documentary. And guess what? Their movie, His Only Son, premiered in theaters all across America just Friday night. And as of Saturday afternoon, they were number 3 in the country. And we're working with them, right? Who knew? I'll tell you who knew, right? That's who knew. Yes. So I'm so excited. My skin is looking good today. I'm sorry. I don't know where that came from. It just caught me off guard. That's because I'm happy. It probably looks like crap to y'all, but I'm telling you what, to me, I'm feeling good today. My spirit is just overflowing. We are going to Romania. The Legacy of Hope tour is May 4th through the 12th. And today's guest, Andrei Dutu, boy, I'm glad didn't nobody ask me to sing today. Because first of all, I sound like Louise Jefferson. But second of all, I can't hold a candle to this guy. This guy, I'm telling you what, he's going to end up with a Grammy one day. He's going to sing at some big football stadium here in the country. I've seen it. Y'all know about those premonitions I get. Can I get an amen? Now, that bell, not to be confused with some clever show prop or a gimmick. Absolutely not. Look, I'll show you. It's a real thing. It even says the bell of purpose on it. And why is that? Because I ring it on purpose. It's here on purpose because we need to stay within purpose. So when I ring the bell, it is a reminder, an opportunity to listen up, because just like that bell has a ring to it, so does the truth. And I don't want you to miss it. That's all you got to listen for in life, for that ring. That is the truth. It will guide you every place you need to go and need to be. Can I get an amen? There we go. Also in the house, always my sidekick. She's my version of Ed McMahon. This is Lucy McGillicuddy Ricardo, and she's been here with me all 6 years. I love me some Lucy. Love her. Eating on, I'm almost done with it. Some oatmeal. Then I got my Nana, and I got my protein drink, and I also have my shake. So needless to say, I'm going to be eating to end it up while Andrei is in here today. Andrei Dutu, you guys, he's 28 years old, native of Romania, just an incredible artist. Now, there's a difference between a singer and an artist. This guy is an artist. He has a song that is inside the Eurovision global song competition, and it is entitled Statues, and he's going to be performing it for us and all those kids that are coming for our big event on Sunday the 7th in Romania. So he's going to come in here now. So he's a first timer. Get your manners out. This is our way of applauding, a standing ovation virtually, if you will, by putting some hearts on the screen as we welcome our good friend, Andrei Dutu, to the show. Come on, y'all. Put some hearts on the screen.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm amazing. Thank you very much for having me. It's such an amazing, amazing show.
I don't know where that came from. I'm so excited. I'm hitting buttons. Listen, you look great. What time is it over there?
It's 10 past 4. It's 11 past 4 right now.
Did it again. I'm just kidding. I'm playing with you. It's 11 past 4 in the afternoon. I'm going to do what I always do. I love to give the guest just a minute or so. I'm going to dip out, just you, to kind of establish a vibe with the audience. Pour into them. Tell them what you feel they need to know about this moment, today, why you're here, and what you're doing to pour everything God gave you into what you do. So I'm going to dip out, let you have a moment, and then I'll pop back in. We'll get started. How's that?
Thank you very much. That sounds amazing.
Okay.
That is quite new to me. This is such an amazing experience. First of all, I want to say good morning to everybody in America, everybody who just woke up right now. I just want to say that I'm very, very excited to be able to share this time with you, and I'm happy for the fact that Lauren asked me to join in his amazing show. I loved everything about it. I love the energy, and I'm quite jealous of the fact that you just woke up, and it feels like it's such a fresh start for you guys out there. For me, it's in the middle of the day, but nonetheless, I feel amazing. I feel blessed, and this is exactly why I came onto the show. I came onto the show to talk about the fact that being blessed and being someone who believes in a higher purpose for their lives, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be from one nationality or from some special place. It can happen anywhere in the world. You just have to connect to your inner self and be truthful to yourself. And I just want to say, through this manner of talking to everybody, I just want to say thank you to anyone and everyone who's watching, and thank you for all the great energy that I'm getting through. If you can imagine one screen in Bucharest, I'm watching a screen and I can feel so much love already. So if you can follow the instructions of Lauren and just post a little heart over there and just say that you support the show, it'll be lovely to see the audience of Lauren grow as well. And yeah, I'm just very, very, very excited to be here and to talk about my experience as an artist, and awesome. Nonetheless to talk about the Legacy of Hope tour, which I find absolutely amazing that is happening. So
I do too. I'm not kidding you. I go to sleep like this. I don't know who actually comes up and shuts my eyes later, because I know they don't close on their own, and I wake up just like that. I'm like, oh my goodness, it's a day closer. It's a day closer. I'm really excited. So let's get started. You're 28 years old, born and raised in Romania. What area did you grow up in? Was it Bucharest? Was it smaller town? Where was it?
It was a smaller town, actually. It's 30 kilometers away from Bucharest, but I used to commute a lot whilst I was studying, back and forth from my little town to Bucharest. I was born in Bucharest. I lived for a couple of years, and then my family decided that it was easier to move outside in a little town. It was cheaper for us, and yeah. I grew up, I can say, in the south of Romania, but I grew up mainly in Bucharest.
Now, you were born in the 90s, and
Yes.
there was a lot going on.
Yes.
In the night, it was a different Romania then.
It was. And to be quite frank with you, in the 90s, I was just born, so I didn't know exactly what world I was coming into. But I can definitely tell you now, looking back at my family and looking back at how I grew up, my parents had me, my mom had me when she was 24. So it's very interesting to see how I'm affected by the things that are happening in Romania right now and the things that are happening around the world. But you can imagine that Romania was communist until 89. So you can imagine the kind of freedom or also uncertainty the new generation was feeling about the time I was born. So a lot of changes had happened in the 90s in Romania. So
Andrei,
definitely, I lived through different times.
do
with my
your
family.
older family members ever, or when you were little and growing up, did your older family members ever impress upon you how blessed you were that you were growing up now and not 20 years earlier, and talk about how you should take advantage of all of these new opportunities? Talk about that for a second, if you could.
Yes, I can definitely talk about. I can talk about days and days on end. I think I'm just gonna sum it up to say that my mom always told me to be grateful for everything that we can reach out now, everything that we can see in front of our eyes and we can touch if we really believe in those things. She lived in a period of time where if you got any information of things that were going on outside of the country, you couldn't even reach them. And it was very hard to leave the country. So the first thing that she taught me, she said, if you get an opportunity to study abroad, go for it. You need the experience. You need to gather information from somewhere else as well. You need to see other cultures and become a man of the world. Not don't get stuck in.
What happened to your sound?
In terms of,
Well, there we go.
can you still hear me? Sorry, I
Now we
disconnected my
can.
microphone.
It stopped for a second,
Okay,
but you're
so
good.
I learned very important values in terms of freedom. It's a very
Okay.
interesting concept. This concept of freedom. Can you hear me well, or should I change my?
I think you sound good. You guys put
Okay,
it in the
just
comments.
leave it like
how it
this.
sound to
Yeah,
you.
my headphone died, so yeah, it's a sign I could only hear myself in one ear, so it's probably easier for me right now to speak.
Okay, no problem.
I'm a little bit more present, I think. So it's a tricky kind of situation when you talk about freedom, especially in Romania, because there was a time when you're newly free from a concept, let's say communism in the case of Romania, there's a lot of uncertainty, and you always look for guidance in the people in power, and you always you don't know exactly where you headed unless you really believe in the power at the top. And people just went on with trying everything, and as soon as something was selling that was new, they would buy it. As soon as a brand would come that we couldn't reach before, we would grasp it and take it all. So
Oh,
it's
because
quite.
you weren't used to having those things.
That's true. That's true.
They were
So
like luxuries, I would assume.
exactly. So as soon as some things appeared, the consumerism raised as well.
Okay, now I'm gonna just say, because I know my audience and I know they're over there like, Lauren, why are you being so rude? You're on your phone. I'll tell you why. I gotta show you. It just came in while we were sitting here, and it's a blessing. They just sent me, and this designer is Romanian. They just sent me the front of the t-shirt.
Oh my gosh.
Do you guys want to see it? I was trying
Yeah.
to, I am not techie, y'all. It took me 4 times to get it right, to get it so I could email it to myself, drop it down, and put it in here. But I got it. Do you want to see it? They're not done with the back of the shirts, but they have the front. I want to cry almost. Look.
Oh my God.
I know.
That is beautiful. That is
Look
beautiful.
at our shirt.
That's such a beautiful logo for a shirt. Yeah.
It just came. Can
you imagine everybody wearing that?
I can. I can. Wow. Thank you, Triple Nico.
Yeah, I'm gonna applaud as well.
I mean, see, this is what it usually looks like for every year. It's a different color, but it looks like this. So this is the first year because it's our first international one. So I said full creation because the designer is in Romania, and it is imperative to us, all of us, not just me, but the entire Team USA, that the Romanian DNA is all over this story, all over the story. I use this when I'm talking to my team. I'll show you. I say, this is the story. We are not supposed to go like this. No one in the world but the Romanian culture, the bloodline, the people that have lived through it, and their ancestors that sent everything they had to you all. That's whose fingerprints and DNA should be over this. All the rest of us, we should be under here supporting and uplifting. And so that's why for the first time ever, I said, no, it doesn't have to look like it always has. Make it look like it needs to be. And that's what we just got. And I'm so humbled to be able to show it to you guys moments after I saw it. So let me start this line of questioning, if it's okay, Andrei.
Yeah, for sure. Fire away.
Let's talk about today. Because all of the team that Mike Suvwika has put together are just incredible actors, puppeteers, actresses, just artists, but they're first and foremost Romanians that were once children of Romania. And I just want to know, what is it like when you look at the situation that still exists as far as the children? Because I want you to share it. I've not been there. I only know what I've been told, what I felt from the footage I've been able to find, but the everyday real world, what's that like for you when you look at the children around you?
So it's quite an interesting topic, and I think that it's such a blessing to find people who are interested to tell this story outside of Romania, because in Romania you get almost two kind of worlds. You have some privileged people which are able to afford education and higher education. I was blessed to have this opportunity, and I was blessed with parents that actually cared about my education. They really pushed me towards educating myself so I can be financially stable when I grow older. So I'm blessed to have these parents in my life, and I was blessed when I grew up to have them. But the reality is we have poverty, and we have a lot of places where resources are very scarce, and people are stuck in living day by day on almost nothing. And again, another problem is we see a lot of children being born in these situations, because I'm imagining myself, what if I wasn't who I am right now, and I haven't put out the time and energy to really flourish my blessings into what I am today. There's so much need of hope that I do think that people have kids in hope of redeeming themselves, or in hope of having something beautiful. But then when you look at the situation they're living in, it's such a harsh reality that they bring a soul and a beautiful mind and a beautiful light in such a weird environment. And it's so hard for them then to kind of prop them out, kind of help them push past the boundaries of their own limitations.
Yeah, their circumstances.
It is quite sad. So I got quite I don't know, technical and talking about the whole situation, because it is quite concerning. There's a vast majority of kids in Romania that can't really speak proper Romanian, can't really read proper Romanian. We have a lot of kids who are being treated as just numbers. We have a lot of problems in how we deal with education and how we deal with poverty. And I do think it all boils down in a way to educating the mass majority of people. It's about educating people in making sure they can make more
from their life and not living just day by day. And
right. Not existing, but thriving.
Yes, not just existing, not just
right. Right.
Yeah. And you know, we were talking about the fact that some generations were super affected by the fact that we went from communism to a more libertarian kind of situation, so to democracy. But this kind of freedom made some people really eager to consume different substances and abuse different substances. And another problem that we have in Romania is nobody's controlling the drinking situation. And people, this is one of the hobbies. If you go outside of Bucharest in the smaller towns, this is one of the hobbies, just drinking. So you can imagine they're just perpetuating a state, and they're not caring about any future projects or any endeavors, because they're caught up in job and drinking and hope.
Because when people aren't thriving, sorry to cut in, but you know, and I've lived that in the past when the pain was so deep that all you wanted to do was make it stop. And when you don't know better, you can't do better. And, you know, I reached for drugs. I wasn't addicted to drugs, even though I did them and was homeless and shit for 14 years. I was addicted to abusing invitation. You know, I invited it in because I was desperate. So I want to show you the clip. You know, we're partnering with Diana Rowland and their other brother, the Hope for Kids Foundation, the nonprofit. And I'm so excited to be working with them because they've been doing this work for a minute. They are Romanian and they are vested in change. And so it's so nice to have their shoulders, so to speak, to stand on for legitimacy, so that the people of Romania don't think that we're trying to tell a story that we don't have the right to, because we don't, but we have the right to help share the story. And that's what we're going to do. So I want to share the video because I've been doing it every day. And then when we see the video, we're going to segue right into Andrei's song that he's going to be performing. Talk about the competition. We're going to talk about what it was like to be a finalist on X-Factor Romania and a whole bunch of other stuff. But first, let's take a look, because I don't want it to be all doom and gloom today, but we got to talk about what needs to be talked about. And let's start with this video. Take a look.
Acolo a fost personalul de serviciu care ți-a înjurat și-a blestemat ăsta și ți-a furat mâncarea. Unde? La Dita, la Sfântul Nicolae. Să nu fie toate numai pentru bani. Acum, deja numai pentru bani. Că toți donațiile și astea, și donațiile primesc copiii, nu? Da. Primesc copii. Donațiile se pune în rock.
The purpose of this documentary is to raise a universal alarm on the extreme poverty levels in which families and over 41.5% of Romanian children live in. Some children go to bed without eating. Some eat every 2 days. 8 in 10 Romanian children in orphanages are not even orphans. The extreme poverty levels of their families forces the parents to abandon their children, either in an orphanage, a placement center, or with a family member, so they can go abroad and work. Even more alarming than the rising poverty levels in Romania are its ramifications: neglect, child abuse, child labor, rape, trafficking, school abandonment, children ending up in the system, in prison, or even worse, dead. Now imagine a world in which all children can grow up in a loving family with proper food, access to education, sexual education, access to proper mental health and physical health, access to integration programs. Imagine these children having the same chance in life as our children. Let's be family to these children, all of us, together. Let's be the answer to the end of poverty and social exclusion. Join our forces and help us build a better world in which families and children of Romania flourish.
Wow, powerful, right? How does that make you feel? I'm sitting here in my home in the Chicago area, Naperville, but you're sitting right there in the place that we just heard about.
Yes.
What does that do to you when you see that?
It makes you, it makes me, first of all, it makes me think of the things that I've seen, the stories that I've heard, and the people I've talked to here, and it makes me so worried to know that there's certain parts of the country that I haven't visited, and for sure, from what I know, this is a situation that is still going on. I've been trying through the friends that I have to always be an inspiration towards kids in my area. First of all, I worked with the Met Police here, which is the Central Police, and I used to do summer school for children that were living in rough neighborhoods and rough areas of Bucharest, and I was teaching them singing, I was teaching them theater, and I was teaching them good manners, which is something such an important thing of.
Wish somebody would have taught me some. Man, for real. I learned that the hard way. Go on.
So I definitely understand what the video is saying. It's alarming. It's alarming that if you look at the whole country, it's very alarming. And I can tell you that the percentage in Bucharest is not as high as 41%, almost 42%, but there's still a percentage in Bucharest, which is the capital, where we have this issue. So I've been more activated more in Bucharest, and then when I was away, I was trying to come back in the summers and do summer schools for kids. So I can definitely, I had the pulse, in my hands of the situation. It's been going on for a while. It needs to change.
It has. Well, you know what? I believe we're going to make a difference. I really do. Don't ask me how or what's going to happen, but I know it in my spirit that we are going to make a difference. It has to start somewhere. Why not with us, right? Can I get an amen? So listen.
Amen.
I want you to tell us a little bit about the song Statues, how you got involved in it. And then after you set it up, I need to go to a commercial break, but when we come back, we're going to go straight into the song. I'm going to play the song so you guys can see it. It's in the Eurovision competition currently. How did it get there? And how did you get there with the song? How did you guys get introduced?
So I don't know how much the American audience knows about Eurovision. It's quite a popular show. It's been going on for more than 50 years. So it's quite an impressive show. And it was close to Christmas last year when I got a message on Facebook, I think it was, and I thought it was a joke. So I'm glad I didn't pass on the message. I clicked on it, and they were just asking me if I would like to be involved in the show. And I was like, how come you're asking me? I haven't placed a song. I haven't put any song in the contest. And they said, you know what? There's a Norwegian composer that saw your stuff on X-Factor Romania, and he believes that you are the guy he's looking for to put a song out there.
I just got chills.
I didn't know what to say. So, whenever I tell this story to people, I told this story to some marketing influential people from here, and they said, wow, that's such a beautiful story. That's such a beautiful, almost, it doesn't sound true. It doesn't sound like an actual thing that happens
this
nowadays.
Doesn't happen to people.
Exactly. But I genuinely think this is how blessing should look like, how blessing should feel like. And immediately after I listened to the song and after I got in contact with the producer, I realized that it should mean something. If this kind of a song, it's a very empowering song, and I do believe that everybody who listens to this song right now can understand that my decision in making the song, it was not about pushing myself forward. It was about trying to convey the message, because these are not my words, but I took the words in myself, and then when I put them out as song, they really mean something to me. And I'm so glad to see that people connect with the message, and that the general audience feels the empowerment that comes from this song. I'm super blessed, so blessed to have the opportunity to have this song. And although Romania is sending someone else to the grand final, we managed to get third place with this song, which I think it's fantastic. We had people backing it so much, and I'm really excited that I managed to showcase it to the world. And I was very surprised that you heard it, and I'm so honored that you liked it.
Oh my
And
goodness.
I'm so honored,
Let me tell you what
It's been a
happened.
journey with this song, let me tell you.
Let me tell you what happened. I'm giving you some organic feedback, exactly how it went down. I'm gonna tell you because before this, my career was always within the music industry. Session singing, background vocals, all that kind of stuff. I had my little deal with MCA back in the day, and so over the years, people always say, my cousin sings, Wanda. And I'm like, she does, and then Wanda starts singing, and you're like, can she dance? And so when things come along, especially when you're in television, everybody's sending you here, take a listen to this. But so when Mike said, listen to this song, and I was like, okay. Soon, not even 1 minute, not even 30 seconds into it, I was absolutely baptized inside of the meaning, the spirit of it. And my husband, Brian, came downstairs, and if it's not Madonna, he usually is like, seriously, he is like Madonna super fan. And he goes, oh my God, who is that? That song is catchy. I really love it. And he didn't say like it. And I was like, really? And then I told him the story. So we're so excited. We're so honored. It is perfect for the spirit of this mission, this legacy of hope experience. It truly is. And we're going to share that with all of you. In just a moment, we're going to go to a brief commercial break. We'll be back in less than a minute. You don't want to miss this. Take this opportunity and bless someone. Get them in here. They don't want to miss this song. It's coming up in 1 minute. Statues, don't you dare go away. We'll be right back. If you are looking for a way to level up in a healthy mindset, reach for this. There it is, V8. I did, and I do not regret it one bit. Why? Because now, instead of Diet Coke, I get V8. With it comes only 60 calories. Who doesn't love that? 100% vegetable juice from concentrate. Get this, not one, not two, but 2.5. 2.5 for you mathematicians. 2.5 servings of vegetables in every little can. Easy to find. Head down the juice aisle at your local grocer, and you will not regret it. I guarantee you, it's delicious. And like Lucy said, tastes just like candy. V8. Get yourself some today. Get ready, y'all. Here it comes. the Bathrobe Moments premiere of the wonderfully crafted and executed, in my opinion, hit song, Statues, by artist Andrei Dutu.
I've lost some battles along the way. I felt the bones in my body break. But when I'm shut down, I'll rise again. I will give it my everything. So let it burn, all the way to the ground. We will keep on fighting till the end. They're gonna build statues in our name, statues in our name. We're gonna stand proud among the brave, proud among the brave. It hasn't been an easy ride, it took some wrong to get it right. But I know I'll never stand alone. Cause when the sky is bleeding red and I can see your silhouette, I know I'm on my way back home. Let it burn, all the way to the ground. We will keep on fighting till the end. They're gonna build statues in our name, statues in our name. We're gonna stand proud among the brave, proud among the brave. It isn't in our blood to let our hearts go cold. However dark it gets, we're gonna rise our toast. They're gonna build statues in our name, statues in our name. We are tall as giants, we are strong as lions. Nothing's ever gonna tear us down. We are tall as giants, we are strong as lions. Nothing's ever gonna tear us down. No, 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 nothing's ever gonna tear us down. No, 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 nothing's ever gonna tear us down. They're gonna build statues in our name, statues in our name. We're gonna stand proud among the brave, proud among the brave. It isn't in our blood to let our hearts go cold. However dark it gets, we're gonna rise our toast. They're gonna build statues in our name, statues in our name. We are tall as giants, we are strong as lions. Nothing's ever gonna tear us down.
Look, you need to quit playing. That was awesome.
Thank you very
Your
much. You know,
vocals were on point. You could clearly tell, we can clearly tell that you were feeling it. I think the lyrics are just incredible. And the kids, let's talk about that. You're going to be performing the song live. And I have already seen it. These kids are going to go nuts. They're going to go nuts. And I want to ask you something. Let's go ahead in time if we could. And you've just finished performing that very song in front of the kids that day, that Sunday the 7th. And you see the way they look at you like a star, you know, and you know how that feels when children look at you. It's different when a child stares at you, you know, because they're kind of stargazing. But when you stare back at them, you're trailblazing. There's a difference because, you know, you want them to know this can be you too. And whatever it is you want to do, talk about that. What does that do to you? What do you hope it will continue to do to you? Not just now, not just next month when we're together, but for the rest of your career, as far as being able to touch the very center of a child's heart and soul, their spirit.
I will say this. It's funny how when I recorded a song, and that's a very early video when we were still recording the song. So I was reading the lyrics to make sure that I can, you know, deliver them properly.
Yeah.
When it was so early, we had to rush and record it, but it came out very nice.
It did.
In my opinion.
Yep.
But it's funny, when I recorded it, I put so much into it, and now talking about the Legacy of Hope tour, and then listening to the song, it just makes such a difference. It puts the song in a completely different light, and it emphasizes exactly what I wanted to feel when I shared the song with the world. I wanted everybody to feel like they can become more, they can overcome their obstacles. Everybody has obstacles in their life. Everybody's going through a rough patch.
Oh, yes.
One day you're amazing, top of the hill. The next day you're down, and
Yeah.
it's very important to know to go back up. And very important to know that you have a responsibility to be present. And I do think that, coming back to performing in front of kids and performing in front of live audiences, one thing that made me really want to do this, there's two things that made me really want to pursue a career in being an artist. The first thing would be that when I was 14, my parents split up. So I grew up with just my mom and my sister, my little sister, and I became the head of the family, so to speak. So I
Yes.
had to care for them, and I had to work from a younger age. So there you have it. There you have it, Romania.
Yeah.
But I had to struggle. I had to learn, and I had to adapt, and I did adapt. So the song talks about this transformation as well. But in that time of uncertainty, when my parents were splitting up and my whole world was changing and shifting, I found music. And my I grew up in a religious environment, so I had adapted to Christian music, and I love Christian music.
Yeah.
But
That's where I started too, Christian music. Same thing.
yes.
Yeah, a ministry. Go on, go on.
And it just I never, for some reason, I don't know, it clicked with me when I was 14. It clicked with me, the fact that through music is you pray through music. I knew this, but I didn't know exactly what my aim would be in the world. And then I said, my aim is just praying. My aim is to help people pray alongside me. My aim is to make people believe that they can stand back up. My aim is to build myself up to the person I believe I am, and to help others on their journey as well. So I said to myself, if through music I can make this connection happen, then music it should be.
Music.
And this is one thing that happened to me. This is my experience as a teenager growing up, but then performing to live audiences. Whenever you have kids in the audience, and whenever you see those little eyes staring back at you, you
Yeah.
feel the weight of the responsibility that it's now on you.
Yes.
It is
They're
now
the
on you to
toughest
protect.
crowd. I hate to butt in, but you brought up a great point. That's why I love speaking to kids, because adults will sit there and make it seem like they're loving it, but you get in front of a bunch of 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, and if you're not laying it down right, they're gonna be like,
That is so true.
right. They're very transparent.
That is
They
true.
don't hide their feelings, right? And let me ask you something, Andre. Do you believe? I do. I believe that children possess magic. I can stand in my backyard and be worried silly about something that shouldn't even matter that much. But then I'll hear somewhere in the distance in the neighborhood children at play and their laughter, and it's like a healing. I can't even find a word.
Exactly. There's no words for that. I was hoping you would find a word. You're such a good wordsmith.
I couldn't find a word.
But
I couldn't find a word.
I don't know the word either. It's beautiful, and I'm trying to hold on to that feeling as well inside my own
Yes.
interpretation of youth, that I have in my own soul. But it's reinvigorating to meet kids and it's amazing to know that you left a message towards them.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I made one of the first anti-bullying songs in Romania ever that was presented in all of the schools and high schools here in Romania. So
you should
first
sing
year
that
that
one too. Sunday.
Sorry?
You should sing that song at the event too.
I will.
Right, because the American youth ambassador that's coming, Sebastian Rania, wrote a book. His message is about bullying.
There you have it.
Can you sing that song there too? Can you do 2?
Yeah, 100%. I'm planning to do 3.
Good. We'll take it. We'll take it. You know, I want to ask you something. Here, man, this is so powerful, everyone. That is it right there. When the kids that are living like we saw in the documentary piece, in the video, don't have that play. They're not in that space where they can be children and dream and play and love and live like children. That is the bridge that carries many into what their soul's purpose is as adults. And if that gets snuffed out while a child is still a child, there's no way for them to get from here to there, to believe that this is not just it. There's also that. And so Statues is our official theme song, right? I made everybody in the group, Team Romania and Team USA, download it. And I listen to it in the gym. It plays continually in my car.
Thank you.
You know why? I'm serious. You know why? Because the moment I heard it, it was like the hand of God took the eraser on the chalkboard of fear and cleared it completely off. And I'm telling you, that was the moment I said, like my good friend Jason Cisneros always says to me, because every year I get to this point where I'm like, and he said, Lauren, even if it's just you and one kid, it's perfect.
Yes.
And I'm like, you know what? Well, screw it. I know I'm going, even if it's just me and Mike Suwika, you know. And but look what it has grown into. Let's talk. We got about 5 minutes left. Let's talk about what's coming up for you. I'm gonna put some of and they're already, his links for Instagram and Facebook are already in your comment section at the top of the thread. Scroll up and click over at the end of the broadcast and check it out. But I wanted to put this one up right away because I want to go in. Y'all look at this. Let me see. Here we go. Let's take a look. Here is your Instagram. You are a star. Have you ever taken an ugly picture?
Yeah, many.
No, you haven't. No, you haven't. Look at this guy. Hey, tell us briefly, talk about what it was like to be on X Factor. Were you
Oh my
scared?
God, it was such an experience. So I lived for 6 years in UK, and then I came back, and I managed to speak to someone from the show, and they were looking for contestants, and then I applied, and I got into it, and I auditioned, and that audition really changed my life. The audition also made me in what I call myself a trendsetter, because I noticed something shifted as soon as I performed. I brought an English song that nobody has heard before in Romania. It's quite a popular song, but nobody has ever heard it the way I sang it, and I changed it a little
that's
bit.
right.
And for the fact that I have a message, I think people connected with me, and I do have a strong message. I try in all of my art and everything that I'm doing to convey some sort of a positive message, and something that touches my world will always be reflected in my art. So listen, this is me working. During the pandemic time, I had 3 jobs because I
Wow.
couldn't support my life in London anymore. So I had 3 jobs, and I was also trying to sing and connecting through the internet with my audience, but still not making enough. So yeah, this is me afterwards in Romania.
Oh my God, I got chills again. You better sing, boy. Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We are so blessed. We're Andrei. I am so glad I met you now, because people aren't going to believe when you're all over the world and getting your Grammys and Golden Globes, because I know you're going to act. I know you're going to act. I know you're going to be on the covers of tons of magazines. But more importantly, I want to be there when I'm standing somewhere and I hear your song and I see people say, God, I love that guy.
Oh,
And
God bless you for saying that. Thank you very much.
I'm not kidding you. I want you to know something. Your involvement when you came into this divine experience known as the Legacy of Hope Tour, the moment God delivered you to us, it healed me. Not just my fears of doing this, but it healed that inner child. It really did. That song, they're going to build statues in our name. We are fierce like lions. We're tall like giants. Because so many of us who have come through that same tunnel of shame and of trauma as these kids are living in all over the world, not just Romania, all over the world, we're starting a domino effect with this movement. I know we are. And if you can heal a 60-year-old inner child just a little bit more like you did, I am so encouraged by what I know you're going to do to today's child. And I think it's just a miracle. It really is. You're such an honor.
Thank you.
Anything coming up that we can support you in?
Yes, actually, we're planning to come to Chicago in end of May. In June, we're gonna perform in Chicago.
You're coming with
let
Mike.
everybody know. If you follow me, I will let everybody know. I'm gonna have a live show in Chicago, and then hopefully we're gonna perform. I'm gonna hopefully do a tour. I can't speak more of it, but I have some connections in San Diego, and then we're also connecting to New York. So people are reaching out because they heard some other project that I had, and with everything is unfolding, I'm super blessed. I'm super blessed.
I cannot wait. You know I'm there, and you know we're gonna hang out while you're here, right?
Yes.
Especially in Chicago. And anything I can do, anything at all, and I'm sure I speak for all of us, to support you in what you're doing, please just say the word. And again,
thank you very much.
Wow, what an honor. Andrei Dutu, you all. There on the screen, as I said, is his Instagram. And if you are more inclined for Facebook, there that is. We have them both. Head over, support Andrei, and support what we are all collectively doing. We're coming from all over the globe to converge on Romania and shake things up, not just there, but around the world. Remember, all of us were once children. And remember what a special time it was. But here's the deal. It was that fast before it was over. And that's if you had a happy childhood. Imagine how quickly it ends for those children who have no control over their own circumstances. We just want to change the narrative. We want the world to care. We need to care. And so thank you so much, Andrei. God bless you. I cannot wait.
Too.
We're 1 month away. And thank you so much for sharing everything, not just today, but every day, for being something that every child can look up to and say, I want to be just like him. Thank you. And listen, all of you out there, thank you. The same applies to each and every one of you. You don't have to be on the world stage. You just have to be on the right stage, which is whatever you were designed to do in this world. Believe in it, reach for it, achieve it, and then give it away to the next person who's seeking just like you were. Listen, I'm Lauren. I'll meet you tomorrow morning, God willing, right over there on the front porch. And together, we'll make another divine moment in history through illuminated conversation right here on Bathrobe Moments. And remember, in closing, I love you, I love you, I love you. And there ain't a damn thing you can do about it. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, Andrei. Great job, man.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you so much. Such
See
a
you
pleasure.
all. Take care.
Bye, everyone.
so